Alright, hi everybody, it's Bonkai922. I have this on, So, it shouldn't take a brain surgeon to figure out what's going to go down here. Recently, on the J in the J room, a lot of people, first it was, I believe, Don Carpio, and now it was Luffy the Super Saiyan. On the J room. They're saying about what seems to be, listen, I mean this, no series. There isn't a single, I would like someone to show me a manga that has no flaws. No flaws. Every manga, at some point, you can say, has a flaw. You know why? Because mangakas are humans. And humans make mistakes. Now, this is going to be Chapter 53 review. Just make sure of that. Chapter 53 review of Attack on Titan. On January close that. Fucking stupid thing. But before I get into what happened in this chapter, which a lot of people were confused. Like, huh? Why is Eren there? We were just seeing from chapter 52. No series is immune to flaws. Now, while saying this, unfortunately, I can only give this a 3 out of 5. I should give this a 2 out of 5. But, because this chapter involved certain things, to a lesser extent, we had the thing with Levi, referencing, his past, saying that, oh, how the world inside the walls was a piece of shit. Now that thing is piss, it's basically saying. And we had this sort of a revelation with Eren. So those were like the two things that made this chapter okay. Notice I said that. It was okay. I could have given this a 2 out of 5, but I'm going to be fair, I give it a 3 out of 5. Now, downfall of this series. Since chapter, I'm going to say the end of chapter 50, with chapter 51 and 52, and now this chapter. Sort of. It is, yes, I'm going to say the last 3, including this one, have been lackluster. As far as story is concerned, there's no way to sugarcoat it. Now, here's the thing, though. Bleach had problems with its series. At some extent, I know I'm going to hate for saying this, but if you really look at it, even One Piece has its minor flaws. Naruto has its flaws. Every manga series, at some point, hits a wall. And for Attack on Titan, that's what this is. It has hit a wall. Now, it could mean, oh, it's going to be horrible. It could mean that it's just in a brick wall right now. We'll see. Give it time. But as far as this chapter is concerned, yeah, I can only give it a 3 out of 5. I really should give it a 2.5. But, you know. But we did get some interesting things in this chapter. I'm not going to give you a summary, but just briefly, we had Eren, which in the beginning, which didn't make a lick of sense to me, doing experiments with Hanji as a Titan. And basically, this was to try to see if he could harden his skin, which he couldn't. And they also found out through these experiments that the more he continued to transform into a Titan after a certain period of rest, it would diminish. It went from being like a 15-meter Titan to a 10-meter to a, so on and so forth. We found that out. And, then we had, like I said, the thing with Levi saying how, he was kind of blaming him, but not blaming him. And he was just basically saying, I'm just being an asshole. And saying how his whole life, while he was in, where he lived in the walls, was piss. I mean, it sucked. It was hell. And he was just bringing that up. And then we have this one moment in the chapter where Eren sees himself in a mirror with long hair. That didn't make a lick of sense. It had to do something with his father. I think it's the memories that are trying to come back. Then after that, Levi and Hanji are talking, and they're basically saying, okay, so because Eren can't transform, he can't harden his skin and everything, that means they have to look elsewhere. And by elsewhere, they mean Historia. Going to have to investigate her family, the Rise family, and find out what they know about the Titans in the Wall and all that stuff, and so on and so forth. Now, we had that part. After that part, we basically have Erwin. And that's what this chapter was really about. It was really about Erwin, to a certain extent, talking to this guy, Nile, who's part of the military police. And he was trying to push him, Eren. Erwin was trying to see if this guy, was in cahoots with what happened last chapter. The whole thing with Pastor Nick. He didn't give him an inch. He just says, I just follow orders, They had a little talk about this girl, Marie. So, instead of Marie, you went with the Titans and stuff. Now, to be honest with you, he's a jackass. He's a real ass. He's one of those guys that just, I follow orders. It doesn't matter what else happens. I'm following orders. So, that's basically what happened there. Then after that, they get a letter from Erwin. And in the original translation, Levi tells them, follow this retard's lead. But in the Crunchyroll translation, I think they said idiot. Idiot lead from the orders that he was giving them. Which I believe means the orders were to leave where they were, which is basically this hut, and to go elsewhere. And there's certain viewers, don't want to drop a name here, Brez Boy, saying about how it's kidnap, kidnap, kidnap. That's what it seems to be. It happened in this chapter again. Someone got kidnapped. But this time it wasn't the actual person. Because they were trying to kidnap Eren and Historia. And instead, they kidnapped Armin dressed up as Historia and Jean dressed up as Eren. So that basically happens. And they were in this place where everyone was gathering around them, and they were like blaming the survey squad and shit, Survey Corps, and that's basically what happened. And then we basically have Mikasa and Levi on top of a roof, ready to rescue them from these guys who took them. And that's where the chapter ends. Now, listen. I say this. Chapter 51. What was going on in chapter 51? The only thing that was redeeming in chapter 51 was Connie. Was his resolution of his resolve of blaming these people, what did he do, and so on and so forth. That was just confirmation in a way, though. Then there was, and also the thing with Levi. Then there was the next chapter, 52, which the only thing you got in that was Historia's backstory, past, in a flashback, on Pastor Nick dying, getting killed. Now, here's the thing. Isayama, he needs to lock up those loose ends. Because last week, the way it ended, you think, oh, we're going to talk now, they're going to meet up, and, after Historia tells her story, we're going to find out some stuff. He decides to show Eren training? Experiments? I don't know what Isayama's doing, but like I said, overall, I give this 2.5, 3. It wasn't a great chapter. Anybody thinks, oh, you're going to give it a great review, Bonkai? You're going to give it a 4 out of 5. No. But, hey, I review Bleach. Everybody says, oh, Bleach sucks. Bleach sucks. Bleach is horrible. It's a horrible series. People say that, but do I drop it and not review it? No. I don't know what people are going to say. Bonkai, every review you review sucks. Well, you know what? I review One Piece. That doesn't suck. I review Akame ga Kill. That doesn't suck. But for Attack on Titan, listen, it happens to all of them. All series. Now, going forward, this is what I think needs to happen. He has got to explain, he's got to do something about Historia. You got to get some closure there. Got to get some closure there. And we need to, come on, kind of do something with the story. Because that chapter was really all over the place. It wasn't great. It was mediocre. At best. But yeah, 2.5, 3, wherever way you look at it, that's what I'm giving it. I hope. Now, it said also at the end, it said March. Maybe if it comes out in March, I'll be happy. You're probably wondering, what? Yeah. He needs the rest of this month, Isayama, and February to think about this. Okay, you're going to rescue, okay, yeah. Do that, but then, get something going on with Historia. Because this chapter was all over the place. And you need to do something about that. At least that's just my opinion on it. And if people want to say, oh, Bonkai, are you butthurt? Let's see. I'm checking my butt. Is it hurting? No, it's not. It's not hurting. It's not. Oh, by the way, listen. Let's all complain and whine and say now that Attack on Titan sucks, and let's tell Bonkai that every series he reviews, manga, sucks. You know what? I got something to tell you. I don't give a fuck. going to still keep reading it. I'm going to still keep reviewing it. Because that's what I do. That's what I do. But I will say this. As of right now, yes, Attack on Titan is in a slight, we'll say slight, downhill spiral. And as of right now, Isayama's got a, if it comes out in March, best thing. Best thing for him. Come out in March, you'll have a month and like a half to plan this out and figure out what you want to do with this story. I condone it. I really condone it. But yeah, that's pretty much the story, people. Bankai 922, it was not very good, this chapter. 2.5, 3. That's all I can give it. It's not, no. The beginning was like, what the hell? You gotta, they were talking to Astoria, and now we're with Eren? Well, definitely all over the place. All over the place. I'm Bankai 922. If anyone was wondering, I am not going to see Eva this Friday. Today. No. Saturday. Change of plans. I will try to get someone else to come with me. Some of the YouTubers. Come with me on Saturday. East Village. But until then, I'm Bankai 922. I will see you guys later. Peace.